Hello, hello, hello. Let's have a nice, bright, happy day. And smile, everybody. This is Becker Wozat. He's a real blockhead today. And his new orange countenance had better not be compared to Trump, is all I have to say. Anyway, welcome once again to a rare episode of Zero, where we unfortunately didn't get to update to 1.16. Sorry, 1.21.6. Sorry. And we're going to talk about that for a few minutes, and then we're going to get on with the action. Today's episode 163, Starting the New End, or as I titled it, Start the New End, but it's the same thing. These are from a while back. This is here to remind me Fortune Hoe needs to increase sapling rate when breaking leaves, because I've got a Fortune Hoe. Mapping episode coming soon. Well, I don't know when that's going to be, because we have to abandon that right now because of a mapping situation that we're going to talk about right now. Right now, we're going to go straight into action. Don't go in there. Yes. Don't pay attention to these shulker boxes. They're just there for the moment. What we have done is we've made maps for all of the old things that were in our resource pack. So, where's a painting? Where's a painting? Have I got paintings here somewhere? Where are my paintings? Well, wherever they are. I removed them, and I believe I put them in a new location. So what I've done is we've created maps. So here's item frames with maps on them. It's Minecraft! Welcome, Minecraft! I thought I was the Fortune Hoe. You think you have a lot of money? Well, you might be right. But if that were true, then why do you work? I mean, hooey. Hooey. Isn't that pronounced hooey? And I don't know what you are a lot of, but I'm assuming you're nicer than that. I'm not sure if this is better detailed than it was, but it takes up a little less space, and it's got about the same amount of detail, I think. It has fewer colors, but we're using a new program called image to map, and so we can make these things again. And so I'm rich in dirt. I thought so much for dirt cheap. Anyway, so the colors aren't quite right, but the graphic is still there, and it's pretty good. They said I could do dithering, but I really didn't want to do dithering on the new image to map thing. If you want to see image to map, there's an earlier episode recently of LOTR which shows me creating a bunch of maps with pictures of Frodo and Sam on them, and so on. The Dragon's Lair one was just so awesome that I made it widescreen, and it looks really, really cool, and it's much more detailed than it was. And I just found a bunch of images that I was going to use for these, that was going to change my, when I was doing them as paintings. I had a bunch of extra ones that I hadn't used. I was going to try and find some way to make that happen. And I found these images, and I was like, oh, I should be using those. And I had already made all these. So I will be making more in the future. But this is not the priority right now. We have a bunch of shulker boxes. We'll get to that. Well, we'll get to that right now. Why not get to it right now? What we have here are a bunch of shulker boxes. Everything I was able to take from the end that wasn't nailed down, including my old maps. We'll get to that in a minute. And so I just loaded everything up with shulker boxes, in shulker boxes, and we just carried them all here. And so it's everything I could get from the end, because we're going to get rid of the end. Or we have gotten rid of the end. Now we're going to go and maps. We'll be in there soon. Oh, and donators in remembrance. I really technically should add one more donator. Technically, we have Creative MD. Oh, wait a minute. It's all uppercase. Okay. Creative MD. Now you're going to say, but he didn't donate. Well, no, he didn't donate. But what happened was I won a contest. I won one of the little tiles contests some months ago. and he gave me $10. I think it was $10, or was it $20? No, I think it was $10. Also, we need more glass panes down here. Why are they not down there? Unless I thought I was going to put something in there. Anyway, so we've got a 5th one, even though he only donated just the one time for the $10. Okay, map room. Okay, here we go. Maps, 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 maps. That map is still there. That map is still there. That's gone. This map is the map I'm talking about that we're going to increase, so we're going to add more maps around the edges with the new mapping update. What a pain. Yeah, what a pain that is. This is a long way from being worked on further, but yeah, we were working on that last we checked, and we only got some of that done, and we gotta go around the edges and so on and so forth. That's my old map that goes back to 1.16, I think. And this is my recent map. I haven't made any changes. Still going to build something in here, but I haven't figured that out yet. And then we'll work on this. That's in the distant future. And if you look up there, you'll notice there's no maps, because that too has been removed. And we have a map up there, which I'm not familiar with. Oh, that's the new map that's on the northwest part of everything. Now, down here... Oh, I left the door open. I must have been raised in a barn. Paradox maps. Look at this. It's the end. But the moment has been prepared for. We've removed the end, the old end, and we've replaced it with the new end, which is actually the old end. What? The old end is the new end, and the new end is the old end. Yeah, I know this doesn't make sense. The area you showed up on map into a petting zoo. Make the area you showed on... Why is this so dark over here? Nothing's going to spawn here. Make the area you showed on map... Now, what was I doing? Up here you will see deprecated, and that's all our... They're gone! You notice I still don't use the elevator. Why don't I use the elevator? What the hell is wrong with me? Was an area in a building you said you needed to do something with? I need to do stuff with lots of things around here. There's buildings all over the place. There's that pyramid. It's not a pyramid. Oh, I'm sorry. But there's an interior thing, and I'm working on that. I'm still working on the school. It's almost done. Pretty much done with everything in this area except terraforming. And there might be a market or something made in here. And then this is beautiful, by the way. Alright, so I gotta find this thing. New maps here. Where are they? Where are they? We had them. Did I move? I don't know. Let's smile. Let's not be angry. Still got these maps, or not maps, paintings. These are the paintings that I still have up. Oh, there's one more painting I wanted to show. One more map I wanted to show. Dum, 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 dum. He's not looking at it. Actually, there's another one over here. It's Arale. Angele. Angele Arale. Well, I don't have this here at the restaurant for any specific reason. I guess we could call this the Arale's restaurant. That would make sense. She's happy, she's smiling, she's waving. So I figure, yeah, this sounds like the sort of thing you'd have for keeping a restaurant going. Hi, welcome to our restaurant. Of course, she didn't frequent a restaurant. She went to the Coffee Pot, which wasn't her place. It's just a place where one of her best friends hung out, and never mind. This is not the Coffee Pot. This doesn't look anything like the Coffee Pot. I couldn't fit the Coffee Pot in here if I wanted to. Anyway, this image has problems with the purples and the pinks for some reason. I mean, never mind that. Now, Peckland, and you get to see the details in this thing. I think that says... No, I don't know what that says. These things do say something in the original image, though. There needs to be more yellows and beiges in the coloring, I think. But none of that is important. We have the Peckland map, which I always liked. All right, now we gotta go. Oh boy. Several times I've thought of making... That's it. That's how it works. That's why these were growing, even though I had these down here and not up there. They're growing because they got the skylight. Why didn't I realize that? Maybe I did realize it. I wasn't paying attention. Because previously I was going to have to put the lights up against the wall and then have them up there a little bit, and they didn't need to. Okay, this is where we were going to hold our big rallies if we were going to fight anybody. You're going to say, now we're going to fight everybody. Ah. And that's why this logo was like this. I wanted something dangerous and deadly and not look like a Nazi thing. But what happened was we haven't had any rallies. Nobody showed up, and all right, here we go with the... oh, I removed the ones on this side. We got these here for testing out. We've got all the maps that... Well, we had, as I was saying, all the maps. Some of these are 64. Forgot why. I guess the idea is that we're going to move them. Like there's Aurele and Zelda. Zelda's just a... Zelda's just that. It's just a Triforce. And I don't think I did a very good job of it necessarily, but there it is. We only do 64s for the ones we're going to use a lot. Wizard of War. You've seen these and seen these. There's two different ones. See, on the left you've got 0/0. And on the one you've got 1/0. Now, 0/0 is coordinates 00, and Wizard of War PNG is... welcome to Aditya Dushyant. And I'm probably sorry that I mispronounced it, very likely. Anyway, so the idea is that the reason why these are two separate images is because 1 and 2. There's your guy from Wizard of War, and there's the Wizard of War. That's it. All right, what did Minecraft say? The Endermen showed up for the rally, yes, but you kept killing them. Well, I'm not a fan of basketball anymore. All right, we're getting somewhere. I'm sorry I didn't see your text earlier. I have to focus on screen 1, and the chat is on screen 2. Because if the chat was on screen 1, I wouldn't be able to see what I was doing. I don't have a 4K monitor. 2x2. Oh, the main 2x2s are over here. Now I have these in a 2x2, so you can see the coordinates go out to 1x1. So we got Doom, for example. You know, it's just basically bloop, 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 and where's the other one? I took it and it didn't take. Bloop. That's as pretty good as I did before. Originally I was going to have it just be one of those because it was small enough of a graphic that would fit on one of those. But I'm thinking, no, we want it to be big and to scare people. So it is a bit blocky, but that's what you're going to expect. Of course, the problem with it being a map instead of a painting is you could do something like this. It's almost like a 15 puzzle kind of thing. Never mind. Got all 4 of them now. 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, and 0, 1. And we've got Doom 3, which is Baron of Hell. And Doom 2 has the Doom logo on it, which is awesome. We'll be using that elsewhere. Frogger is the Frogger screen, I think. Gauntlet is the Gauntlet title screen. Moon Patrol is the Moon Patrol screen. Pickaxe Pete, you've seen that. He's the guy with the pick. Qbert is a Qbert board, I think. I have another one for Qbert, but it's not here. Rally X is the Rally X game. It doesn't look very good. I haven't used it. Haven't used it before. Okay, there. So it's just basically the original image from the game. It's very detailed. It's not perfectly detailed, but it's just what we do for a screenshot. It looks okay. Could probably do without it. That's why I haven't put these anywhere. It's because I don't know where to put them yet. Sinistar, you've seen the Sinistar before. Tale of the Sun, you may have seen Tale of the Sun before. Zaxxon, it's a Zaxxon screenshot. Zero Wing, oh, that's the All Your Base Art Belong to Us. That one's rather obvious. It's really cool as hell to see it though. This side, I think. Yeah, it's all jigsaw puzzles at this point. There you go. This is what we had before Rickroll. That's all I can say here. Alright, what else do we got? We got over here some 1x2s and some 2x1s. The cubes are mental block. Asteroids, it's mostly arcade games, I think. Arcade games. Asteroids, arcade marquees mostly. Berserk, Joust, Ms. Pac-Man, Your Bases Belong. Omega Race, Robotron. The great thing about these, we'll just use these right here, is that these are much more detailed than the ones we had, so they look a little bit better, even though the colors aren't quite as good. I still would like to do this as like fitting as best as can on a 2x1, but then it does mess it up a little bit. Still, it's good. Space Invaders. Finally, we got Space Invaders to look like Space Invaders. Previous efforts looked wrong. This looks right. It's because we were originally doing the side art, I think, and I think we had to crop this part out, and I was like, that was because I was trying to get it to fit within a painting space, so we only had a 2x2 painting, I think it was. And this is so much better. And it's more historically accurate. Well, you know, it is how it is. Star Castle, you've seen that. Tempest, you've seen that. Toe Jam and Earl. It's the classic Toe Jam and Earl image, but now it's been shrinkified. And Tron. And Warp Warp. Then we got Strong Bad. Strong Bad is kind of stupid, really. Ta-da. Alright, Jews, guys. He's like Doc M almost. He sounds like Doc M half the time. Alright, Jews, guys. I don't think he knows German, but I think he knows Polish. I don't think that means anything right now. 3x2, Fantasy Star. You may have seen the image before. It's very beautiful. I'm going to probably put it in another base. Or not. 3x3 is Adventure. Oh, that's the big map. That's basically the map that's the cover of the old Adventure video game. I was looking for it, but it turns out it wasn't the box art. It was the art from something else. That was the same art, but it wasn't the box art, which is strange. 4x3s. Let's see. Chrono Trigger Image 1, Chrono Trigger Image 2. One of them is a screenshot and the other one is a map. They had to be bigger than the 2x2s for the arcade stuff. Centipede, you've seen the Centipede one before. I'll put it up eventually somewhere. And Doom 2 is the big part of the triptych with the humongous Doom logo and looks really awesome. Then we've got Mappy, and I haven't put those up yet, and you've seen Packland. Well, what do we got for Mappy? Don't remember if I've shown this off before. Let's see. 20 10 0 04 04 0/4. This is 22. So it goes here. 32 31 21. That is not 21. That is 21. 11 0 did it again. 02. I'm telling you, jigsaw puzzle. And because it takes so long to create, I can't just show it off anytime I want to. Anyway, there we go. Screenshot of the day. Make sure you get all of them back, and then you got to put this back. 0 0 1 0 2 0 3 0. No. 2-1 1 1 1 2 3 1. This is why I didn't want to do this in an episode. And you've seen Packland. Okay, what else we got? We got 4x2. Dragon's Lair, you've seen that. 4x4. We were going to do some that were 4x4, but we haven't done those yet. That's it. All right, here we go. Here's all the bundles. When we made these things, we created a bunch of bundles. I don't have bundles enabled. I have experimental things going, but I don't have bundles yet. So these bundles exist, but they're not usable, really. Sounds like you're pulling each section off with a plunger. Yeah. Well, you know, it's Dalek technology. Here are the paintings. And as you can now see, we don't need look at that. 3 different ones. When was the last time you ever placed 3 paintings and got 3 different ones? Anyway, I think I'll leave these here. I know we've got more paintings, though. They're just not right here. I'm going to make more. I want to have an art gallery. These are nice enough to have art galleries, but these are very not detailed. You know, they're the old 16 pixels. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 pixels per block. So it says these are all 64 by 64 images. You can fit those on individual maps with only some graphics loss, because after all, it's color based. That's not important. Let's get out this way. Here we are. These are the classic paintings. I like abstraction, so I put them in. That's it. All right. What were we doing? I'm drawing a blank here. We're going to go into the end. I checked out. This is 1.21.7, which I'm surprised we got this working. All we don't have is Digus Maximus or whatever we might use to do our digging. So we have to do ore excavation. We can't dig out any end blocks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the end next. The end is where everything will end up. Let me take a drink for a second. It still isn't daytime yet. Now it will be. So I'm going to have a drink. That is so wonderful. We're starting the new end. Some years ago, and Minecraft already knows this, but for the other viewers, if we ever get any, that means you edit, yeah, Dushient. What was I saying? There was some messing around done by Mojang back when they were working on Caves and Cliffs. And there was a 117 snapshot while they were working on Caves and Cliffs. It was called 21W13A. I think I got that right. And on 21... And what happened to my deprecated... What happened to my deprecated... What happened to my deprecated maps? They were all in there. Did I move them somewhere? What happened? I looked in the map room. They weren't there. I looked in the new map room. Decorative map room. They weren't in there. Oh. I'm going to have to look at my old... You have to look at some of my old backups. I don't have any old backups. I just have recent backups. Oh, well, never mind. All right, so anyway, while they were messing around, they made 21W13A. I might be wrong about that number, but I think that's it. And in that map, they screwed up the end. And so they reverted it on the next one. And it caused problems with Cubic Chunks mod, which was being developed at the time. And they didn't do very well at developing it, because after all, nobody goes around playing 117 cubic chunks, do they? Even though they want to, and they're always asking, hey, can I have a copy of that old thing you did? Oh, another thing that reminds me, I'm going to take the elevator. I just don't like drowning, that's all. I've had a bad experience with drowning in the past. Okay, it's empty. I was under the impression something was in there, but I guess I moved it all in there. I've been trying to clean that area out. I mean, for example, where do I put music discs? And then there's basketballs, and I don't have anywhere to put the basketballs. I've filled up my chest of basketballs. I guess what I could do is I could use one of these shulker boxes. They're still sitting here in the under chest. But the problem with that... To fill it up with basketballs is I don't really want to. Maybe I should take them with me or something. I don't know. I'm starting to sound like About Oliver, whom I've been watching. He's been playing Minecraft in a blind playthrough. And I've been watching that. And it's all live streams, which is driving me crazy. Because he's such an idiot, but it's because he's learning how to play Minecraft. He didn't have the benefit of playing it since 2010 or 2011 or whatever, or in my case 2013. Okay, so because the end, since we're going to fix the end, we're going to try to rebuild stuff in the end. I said, then why don't I just start all over with the end? Well, I've already killed the dragon, and so I thought we're not going to do that. But what we could do is we could take all the stuff out of the old end and then replace the old end with a new end, which is using the old end map from 21W13A. There is the story. I don't need a shulker head. I just grabbed stuff. I don't even know what we got. Got some end stone. Do I want to keep the end stone with me? Do I take it back into the new end? I don't know if I've got everything I need. All the enchantment books from the enchantment area. I don't even know what some of these guys do. There's some silk touches. There's an anvil. More stuff. Yeah, I guess that's everything. I don't know. Maybe I'll need more. Maybe I won't need more. I couldn't take the ender chest because I stupidly forgot that silk touch will drop it. So I grabbed it with this. And oh, and that's another thing. We didn't take the XP farm with us because we couldn't. So that's gone. We have to make a new one. And so these are going to run out. And so when they do run out, or when they're about to run out, I have to put them away and just start using stone tools. And so I need to carry some stone with me. I need to take some stone with. And not end stone, obviously. I need somewhere where we got some. Oh, we got some here. Do 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 do. These are never full. Cobblestone slag. Stairs and slabs. They go over here. Do 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 do. Slab. Bloop. Cobble stairs. No, stone brick stairs. Okay. Bloop. And the heads. By the way, I still am upset that I have to walk over here like this and that I can't walk through there into the other. I liked when I could walk around in a whatever. Ah, boy. Look at this. Bat head 14 components, bat head 13 components. My head, back when we had just player heads and I died a number of times and I kept the head. I may eventually place these in places. Place them in places. That's a good thing to do. I am so unused to this. I'm still thinking of in terms of Middle Earth because I've been working on Middle Earth. We're going to have an episode of Middle Earth pretty soon. I hope. You have an Endermite zoo in the end? Yeah, that was another thing I couldn't do is I couldn't take the Endermite with me. I have one Endermite in the end that was waking up all of the Endermen and causing them to drop for the XP farm. But there was no zoo. There was just one Endermite. Uh-oh, the trader is here. Oh, right. I was taking cobblestone. I think 6 should be enough. Do I need anything else? I've got the saplings and I've got the dirt. Maybe I could take more dirt. We got a lot of dirt. If I find it. Yeah, there's all the dirt. 4, 8, 12, 16, and some extra. The 16 are, of course, there's... Well, it's not for seeds. It's not all for wheat seeds. It's just the start of everything. We can add another one for trees and stuff. We'll need the obsidian. We'll need the obsidian. Alright, I think we're done here. And I see that. I should have 12 when I'm done. $11. 3, 4. Oh, it's up there. Haha. I could have lost that stuff. Lots of coal. We're going to have lots of charcoal. We're ready to go. We got the smiley face and everything. I just updated just last night with the Shulker box tooltip. Got that to work. I just got Distant Horizons to work. Look at you. Why don't you be a postman and give me my mail, or postwoman, or whatever? You know, I've got mail, right? No. Where's my mail? I have to pay for the postal service thingy. Okay, so what week was it in 2021-0312? You've got 4 weeks in January, 4 weeks in February. That's 8. And so this would have been the 10th week. So it would have been 21W 10A. Or maybe 11A. 10A or 11A. So it wasn't yet 13A. So this base is older than the end. Well, it's when I started working on the base, not when the base was... I was looking out for some mail. No, I don't swing that way. In fact, I don't swing at all anymore. I should see a doctor about that. Okay, here goes, but we already know what's there. Welcome. As you can see, it's different. It's much thicker. And I'm not 100% sure what's out there. I thought I saw some stuff, but I haven't actually seen some stuff. And so we're going to travel out there eventually, but we don't have the means to do so just quite yet. We will. Oh, but what we need to do first, we need to find somewhere to put all the shulker boxes. And to do that, we're going to need to dig out the corridor, and then on the side we put a bunch of them. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to have a room. That's why I put this on before I got here, is so I could look at them with impunity. Anyway, there's stuff up here. We don't have to look at this. Now, I haven't tested this. That's why I've got some of the obsidian. But I want, this, whenever we appear, and this is what I've learned, this coordinate is 100.0. This is always exactly 100.0. Right here. It always does that. You always appear at 100.0 and it's already, but this is at location 49 and I wasn't able to figure out that this 49 is where it always appears. So I think it's, whenever you appear here, what it does is it clears out a 5x5x3 area above the obsidian, and I think it also replaces the obsidian that you were standing on in case any of it got broken. So it's like a structure. It's like it created a structure in the void right at this location with that like that. But what about if there's another bunch of obsidian? And so that's what I want to find out right now. Let's go up here and place more obsidian. But I'm not going to put anything here just in case something should happen. So the first thing we are going to do before anything else, get out some chests. And we're going to put this here. And we'll mess with that stuff later. Also, there's always a chance you could fall off the end of the world. Always a chance. So we're going to be putting all that aside. And since we should be safe, we're not going to use either one of the swords. And we're not going to use that. And we're going to hold off on Silk Touch, and we don't need a shovel for anything. And we will eventually need a diamond axe. But this is fine. Alright. So what we need is we need the one with the obsidian in it. We're going to test this theory out about this area and where everything is. Okay, so that's 3. So then there's 1. Three, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to test whether or not it's going to put us deliberately at 49. Or if it just puts us at 0. I'm sorry, 100.0. This is important. The reason that this is important is because if we're going to reappear on that, I'd like to know it. Alright, so this goes to the top. And we're going to dig out the corridor a little more. and there's obsidian for a pillar. Now, before we get to the top, just showcase two things. First of all, these ender pillars, that's exactly what they are. Made it to the end zone. I scored 6 points. These ender pillars are completely intact. I dug up here, and you're like, why is this like this? And you wonder why. It's because this is part of the structure. When it generates the structure, it also generates an air pocket surrounding it. I guess it's so that it destroys ladders when they recreate it. But look at that. We've got all of our end crystals are still here. The Ender Dragon could not come down here and be affected by this when we killed the End Dragon. Alright, that's not all. We went down here and we placed some, but not all, the glass. We want to fill this area in the middle with more glass, so we will, but just not right now. And so we could go down here if we want to. This is 1, and that of course is as low as it gets. And because of that, that's how we know where the coordinates are. In fact, I should have put a sign up that says equals 1, but that's not important. We're going to really transform this like we've never transformed even in Middle Earth map. Now over here is the ladder going to the top. Goes, we're going to the top. Yeah, so guess what we're doing? It's gotta climb fast. We're still, the gotta climb fast mod still works. It's for 1.17, which was after this version of the end, yes, but it's the oldest mod in Minecraft that still works in modern Minecraft. It's too bad about the person who made that mod, but let's not get into this. Okay, now here's where we start having problems, because if we look at a certain angle, it all gets extra. It's so bright. What do I do? It's too bright. Then you got to look at this, and then it's okay. But yeah, everything is all wrong. So I got to turn that off. I have to turn off the shaders. Sorry, guys. And look at that distance. Now, it doesn't look like there's any buildings or anything, but I think there are some. If there aren't, then I may have to reconsider this whole thing, because we're going to need a place where we can get shulker boxes in future. And here we are, 194. So we can still build up here if we wanted to. And so what we're going to do up here, well, I gotta get down from here. Hold on. Gonna start terraforming this place. Yeah, so I needed distant horizons, or I wasn't gonna run this thing. I needed gotta climb faster because of the ladder. Shulker box tooltip, and there are a few other ones. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do everything I wanted. Now I know that I saw a building out there somewhere when I was testing the when I was testing the map originally. I had generated the entirety going all the way out to 10k. How much they were able to generate? Yeah, out to 10k kilometers. Radius or squarius or whatever, and the whole thing took 6 gigabytes, but I didn't actually generate the terrain. No, wait, no, I used the chunky mod. I was very lucky to get the chunky mod to work with 21W13A, but I had to generate that, and that took forever. No, the problem was generating the LODs. But the LODs are not showing things properly because I don't see any cities. I think there were cities out there, but maybe I'm misremembering it. Anyway, time to go back, and I want to test my theory about the obsidian. I just came up with that theory last night, so this is brand new stuff here. All right, here we go. Okay, so it ignores that. So it knows that it's 49. Hold on. It knows that it's 49 and not 53. 50, 51, 52. Yeah. So it knows that it's 49 and not 53. The thing was, is I was trying to find where it knew it, and there was no NBT. There's no NBT about it anywhere in the game save. It's just 100,0. It's hard coded into the game, I think. But 49, I don't know if that's hard coded into the game. It's been bothering the hell out of me. And now we know that 49 is either hard coded or it's set somewhere, but I don't know where. Because I'd like to set it up there, or if I, but I'd like to change it from 100.0, comma 0, to somewhere else. This is not the best place to put everything. All right, so now we are going to start work. First, we're going to widen the corridor, because I hate narrow corridors. I am not a narrow person. And this is upsetting because we don't have something like ore excavation or digus maximus to dig a pathway all at once. We've got ore harvester and tree harvester, and that's it. But that's what you get when you play Zero. It's one thing after another. Maybe eventually something else will come along. And this only lasts until I run out of the stuff, so we gotta use what we got. We gotta use what we got. Only dig as necessary. We're gonna have to make a temporary everything we make has to be temporary. All right. Well, time to start the lengthy work. The work on changing over the end. Okay, so we need 0, 0. This is not 0, 0. This is chunk relative 0, 0. But 0, 0 is... Boy, it takes a long time even with the fast mod. There are other fast ladder, but they rely upon you go faster when you look straight up, and I don't want that. I want to be able to go up no matter which way I'm facing. Yeah, see, that is 0, 0. This is something else. 15, 14, 0, 15. And this is 16, 0. You know, so that goes out to 16. We're going to build towers on this thing at the full extent of everything. But before we do that, we have to fill in the gaps. Want this to be flush? It is now flush. Make a bathroom joke if you must. So, how's everybody doing? Time for some end work today. Making lots of mistakes today. I think it's my mouse button. I was using my mouse button far too much while playing the Middle Earth mod. It's just too much to If my mouse starts going bad, I'm going to have to get a new one. I've got some spare mouses. Mouse devices. I feel flushed. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to make a space around the middle down here. I really would like, and I know this is going to be stupid to say this, but I really would like there to be some way we can change that, the location of that to somewhere else, which would be a lot closer to what we want. That's just how it is. That's just how I look at it. We've got to build underneath that. We've got to build underneath the exit portal. Oh, and we've got to look for the end portal to the outer gateways, because we've got to find that outer gateway and travel out there to wherever we can, if we can. And I don't know that we can. All right, so what we got... Oh, I can't use this. This is 0. This is 16. So this is where it should go out to, I think. So 0, 1, 2, 3... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... So this should be 0. It is. Right. Well, nothing. 4, 5. Nothing if not resilient here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Unless, of course, it just doesn't work. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, great, I lost count. It happens. Alright, that's good. So that's how these things roll. It's the clearing out of the area of the end. But I gotta find that outer exit portal thingy, and I can't think of where there might be one. I also don't know how we're gonna. Do we have to clear out the middle of everything? What's this down to? 973? I mean, we've got Unbreaking 3, but I wish we had something like Unbreaking 6 or 7. There is a mod that adds larger enchantments that go up to 255, and I'm considering adding it, but I need to test that mod first to see what it does when the mod is removed. There's definitely a problem of what happens if the mod is removed. Definitely a problem. Well, I think we're done with this for the moment. A lot more of this will be done off camera, but I don't have time to dig 512 items. Wait, no. 33 by 33 times 2. That's over 2,000. It's over 2,000 blocks. Gotta finish this thing. Don't accidentally fall in. This isn't a toilet, you know. I wonder if anybody has ever fallen in and then never admitted it. Or has anybody ever not fallen in and... I was going to say something and I forgot. Has anybody ever fallen in and then refused to admit it? Or has anybody ever not fallen in? That's it. Anybody ever not fallen in and are really surprised that anybody ever did? Is this making any kind of sense? Great. I knew that was going to happen. Ugh. Nothing worse than when something happens and it shouldn't have happened. Maybe I just got tired fingers or something, or they hurt because of... All right. Oh, there's more over here. Well, we got most of it anyway. Then after that, we have to work on the rest of it. The next layer and the next layer and so on. It takes longer because we have to get the... we have to put half slabs around it and go out another 16. And I'm not sure that 16 is the right number, but never mind that. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Correct. It's a little high up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Making this area square is not going to necessarily be possible. The real problem is we have to do this without a minimap mod. We can only make regular maps. I've shown you pieces of the old map. We have to make new map. Oh, did I take them with? Did I take them with? Boy, it takes a long time to get down here. That was a long time. Oh, and as I was saying, we need to... Uh-oh, I got my problem with the mouse pad again. Well, I was saying is that we need to find the other obsidian pillars and see if they're all intact. But that's all part of this. See, what we need to do, go to 0, 0. But I think what we need to do first... Huh? Oh! Well, we just found it. We just found it. It's right above us somewhere. I think I saw it. I think I saw it right here. Well, that was fortuitous. But how do I get to it? Well, we could just... All right, then. Let's see if we can find what we need. We need ladders. But first, we need this shulker box. What do you want? We're going to start with this one right where we are right now. Yeah. There we go. Oh, it's going to be 3 by 3. I think I should have known that. All right. That's pretty much done. So it's a start anyway, but we got to find a place where we could put a 3 by 3 map. And we got to get ladders and we got to get other things set up. We have to find places to put everything in this area. We're not going to make a separate base off to the side. This entire island is going to be the base. Because we're not going... Although I may one day open this map up to other people to play it, it will be a download. It will not be meant to be a server. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to go outside of... Let's just go off somewhere. In all honesty, I have no idea what's going to happen past these things. Just go out in this direction a little more. Little more. Okay. But we're pretty much trapped right now, as I don't know if we could get the whole thing off to the side. We've done it. What are these numbers? 437. But this is going to be our final... This is going to be our final end. Unless, of course, there's an emergency problem. That's why I wanted to check out all the old Mysterious Island. Could even paste that island into the ocean of the overworld somewhere. This? Imagine having an end in the middle of the overworld. Oh, it could be done. It would be interesting. Oh, that was very lucky. We had room. Where am I going to put this map? This map is just so different than all the other end maps. And the fact that I don't know anybody else who set it up like this. Yeah. I really don't know what we can expect from anybody on this. All right, this is going to be a problem because I think it's not... I can't go down there, or maybe I could. But it's more dangerous, and I'm carrying a bunch of maps that I don't want to lose. We're very likely going to have to not get the rest of this. Do I want to go there? That looks dangerous. That's it. That's as far as I could get that. Well, it's just a map that builds character is all I can say. Where am I going to put this? How am I going to get over there to get the rest of that map? I could go down that way, but I should probably do this. Oh, I don't think it's there. I don't think it's there. I might have to go down there. All right, hold on. All right. That's as far as I want to go. There is a limit. We'll get to show more of the map if we get to go further out, which we might not. I don't know. All right, so now what we got is a complete map. Well, maybe we could put it on the floor somewhere. Maybe. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2. Oh, right, 2. I forgot to light that one up. Well, we're heading that way anyway. No, this way. You gotta press the button really fast. Oh no! What? I ran out. Well, I can still reach it. Ha! Phew. Well, it's a start anyway. We gotta find where to put the map. We're not putting the map up there. Something could happen to it. Yeah, just find a place where we can walk around on it. Where now it's not 4 item frames. It's 16. 9 item frames we need. Yeah. Where to put the maps? How about right here? But we're going to create a railway here, so we're definitely not going to put it there. Rails, rails, rails. Not those rails. Okay, get out those, get out those. Purple I've been avoiding. I think we're not going to be getting, but we definitely need some birch signs. We need powered rails, yes. Grumble. Oh! The ladders! I remember the ladders! Featuring Dennis Obel. But we're going to need, like, one more of these. 2. 3. And we got those for the future, and these are in case we need to stretch them out. We're going to need more paper than that. And we're going to take one lousy stinking cart. And we need 2 buttons. And we need, what do you want? We need buttons. We'll just make 4 buttons. We don't need 4 buttons, but we'll make 4 buttons. All right, so this will go here. There we are. Ah, that was no good. Huh? Nice and fast. Okay, so what we're going to do next, go back. That's pretty good. Okay, now over here we need to have the ladder, and that's a bit clunky. But that's how we'd set it up, unfortunately. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. We don't have a carry-on mod, do we? We don't have carry-on. So we can't pick up the bedrock right now. So what we need to do is we need to move it over a little bit. But that's why I went up here like this. Well, okay, this is 1 is 49, so let's see. So that's 64. 0 is 64. 72. Three, 74, 75. So that's 75. We need to go up to 75. We need to go up to 75, and so let's see what we got. We've got something that moves around a bit. Wait, what am I doing? I just built this damn thing. Look how fast it goes. If it can do that, then what's the point? All right, so we need to go to, what did I say, 75? So that's 64. 72. All right, here we go. Wait, this is 0, right? Yeah. Oh, there's this thing in the way again. Ah! I forgot! Well, it was worth it. Let's try again. Well, this is no good. This is part of that. This is... All right, fine. All right, this should go through. Trade some meat for a pint of gold. There! Perfect! Unfortunately, I'm not going all the way back there just to get one more of this and that and the other. Yeah, I really want to remove that bedrock. Can't do it. Not right now, anyway. Well, maybe we could set a railway that just goes in there, but we have to... I don't know if it does that. I know it works with nether portals, but I don't know if it works with any other kind of thing. Let's just set something up now. No, we need 2 of them, don't we? Do 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 do. That's because crawl is busted. Crawl button don't work. Crawl mod not present. Crawl is busted. Something you would have known if I told you. And as it happened, I did tell you. Wait, how do I... There. Okay. Yeah, alright. Well, this is a ridiculous thing because we need somewhere to put this stuff. So what we're going to do right here... I'm going to hate myself for this. I wish I had a way to prevent them from spawning in here, but that's just how it is. Alright, here we go. Well, this should be the crafting room area, so this should be like this. Alright, we're getting there. There we are. One near complete map because we can't do those 2 corners yet. Screenshot. Done. Yeah, so let's see. That's 1632. So we got like 3 more levels at least in that direction. And then we'll probably do 1 more after that, even though it goes out into the void. I'm not fond of that, but yeah, we got room. I don't know if we've got... Since we can't make... vertical slabs out of end stone. I don't know what we're going to do for the walls. Maybe we'll make something else into the walls. I don't know yet. We haven't worked that out. We got a glass floor, but that's just temporary. I don't know what we're going to put. Glass floor guarantees nothing will spawn on there. Oh, maybe we should make glass floor out of this. Well, we'll see if anything spawns down here. Because the only way that an Enderman could spawn down here, well, they could just spawn, I suppose. Well, now we know where everything is. Now we know how everything is. I need to put a chest here somewhere. I don't have any furnace on me right now. I have to go back and get it. Nope, you know, we're getting there. What are we at, though? We're at an hour and a half already. Or approximately an hour and a half. End adventures. Because there's one thing I don't want, it's a hole in the don't want that hole. Okay, no, a hole, H-O-L-E. Oh, this is a mess. I hope you'll pardon me if I go looking for a place to put this stuff right now. Trying to remember things is really annoying when you can't remember things. Like, what was this for? Why did I break that? No. Yeah, take these out. Put those in. Ugh. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to make a furnace, and we need to... Wait, I've got a furnace somewhere, though, don't I? I've got to have a furnace. I know I took... There's the furnace. There's everything else we frickin' needed. Don't need 5 furnaces. We just need 1 furnace down there, and we'll have 1 furnace here as well, I guess. Just temporarily. What are we down to? 877? Yeah, figures. Alright. So I don't need those, so we'll just dump them in here or something. I don't know. I don't even know what we would need the lanterns for, really. Okay, so we got that. We got that. What do we not got? Oh, you know what? I was an idiot to put it away. I need that. If we're going back, we have to take that. I don't know if we could go back. I don't know if everything is going to work out okay, if I'm going to fall to my death or something. I didn't even take any ender pearl. Well, no, I have some ender pearls, don't I? Basketballs? Where's them basketballs? Yoo-hoo, basketballs. No basketballs. Alright, so while we're doing this, let's... bloop, bloop. Let's think of what we need. I got another one of those. Think, Becker was it? What do we need? We need chorus flowers. That is nothing short of awesome. Well, that was nice. There we go. So now we can go up, put this over here. Didn't need anything right there, but yeah. And then we got the problem of this appearing here, which is a problem because we want, if we ever move this map somewhere else, then we've got a problem with that. All right. Gotta drop everything off here. It'll only be temporary. It's a long way to temporary. Man, that takes a long time. So we got 6. You know, I really don't like this. Let's even if it's only temporary, let's set them up. Yeah, get that supply of trees going without having to go back to the overworld every 20 minutes. And on this side, we'll set up the chorus flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They don't need these, but never mind that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got room for 5 of those. That's reasonable. I mean, we don't know we're going to get out there and get everything. I mean, everything looks funny from here, and that's because it is funny from here. I'm laughing at everything. Okay, so now what we got to do is we've got to fill in this area. Wait, what? Did I fuck this up? I did. I fucked it up. I can only do so much with this pick. And I have no way of knowing that I dropped any items and I didn't pick them up because I don't have the minimap. Yep, this is a great thing. Caution, flashing lights. Alright, here we go. Let's do this thing properly. Now! Yeah. You! I did drop one. See, I knew it. 2, 3. I see one over here? No. Endermen always get in the way whenever you're making these things. It's just how it is. Alright. Yeah, I'm kind of upset that I can't make half slabs. I mean, I can make slabs. I can't make vertical slabs, though. And I don't have REI to show me what the recipe is. And I have the hidden recipe book, so I can't look at that. Yep, something wrong here. Everyone loves Enderman. Raimundo was the name of a character in Life on Mars. And Ashes to Ashes, obviously. But I can't remember the name of the other guy. Well, it's a start anyway. Some trees have blossomed. And those guys are going. We are in it. Unfortunately, I don't have any chests and stuff up here. We'll get down there eventually. We're going to travel out to the outer end, whatever that is, wherever that is. Oh, now I realize that we're going to get Enderman right here. Yep, once again, can't be helped. This area is also not very good. They'll appear in here, oh, you can guarantee that. Alright, so what we need is some chests. Any fireworks in the end for today? 4th of July. Unfortunately, no, I don't have any. I don't have any much for fireworks in game. Wait a minute, something's missing here. Another place for Endermen to appear. An Enderman parade, then. Well, they go wherever they want. They go wherever they want, so they've got pride, so there's that. Did it get moved over the other end? Or is there like a glitch or something? Alright, this should be done by now. Trying to think here. Trying to think. Where are they? Oh, here they are. I just need one. Yeah, I've completely forgotten about this. Let me look for a second. Yeah, so that's how you make the end stone bricks, obviously. Wasn't very obvious to me, but that's not important. Alright, so now we know where we're going, even if we don't know where the hell our cart went. We've got more carts. I'm going to build an iron farm, but not in the end, I won't. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. This is going to be very dangerous and I could lose my pick. There is nothing I can do about that. If I lose my pick, that's it. Also, didn't want to take the dirt with me, but I have to. Alright, here we go. Heading out. It's up there. Yep, that's dangerous. Alright, now as we can finally get to look out here. We got some nice tall boys. You can see that. You can see there's several levels. It looks very interesting like that. I really like this design, but what we don't have is the slightest idea. Oh, we got some fog going on here. Hold on. City. So we do have cities, but it's going to take some time for us to get over there. And once again, have access to the Ender. Everything is Ender something, isn't it? Have access to. I don't know. What am I going on about? Let's figure this out here. I didn't take a ladder, so I'll have to make. All right. Well, you know, this too far. Put it here. Oh, and there's a new mod. The 6 stairs mod would take this and would change the recipe so it would give us 6 stairs instead of 4. But I've removed that because now we've got a new mod here that does this, generating 3. 6. All right, so how far up is this? Let's see. 10. Yeah, I can't tell where we are exactly. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. So it's 9. So we need to make 27 stairs. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're getting there. We're going to have to extend out to there anyway, but we won't do that right off the bat. We'll do it off some other bat. And as has been said before, this is only temporary until we get the portals working properly. All right, this is a problem. I didn't take any end stone with me, so this is very dangerous, but it's not that big of a deal. We've got up here. We're not even going to make anything on the side. I want to see if I can get back safely. Okay, I spawned up here in this location. This is the wrong place to be put. What's the relative coordinates are 11, 11, but that doesn't mean anything. And now we can see it in the distance, where earlier we could not see it in the distance. In fact, that is a very... Turn this off for a second. Oh! Oh! So, what happened was distant horizons generated LODs based on the end, but not on what was actually there, but it generated based on what it was expected to find, but what it actually found was this. That's why it looks different. That's why it looks generic. It didn't actually look at the chunks. It didn't load the chunks and look at them. It did that when we got there. So, that's the secret. That's the problem. That's the secret of this place. It's all wrong. And it's all their fault for messing it all up like that. Well, this is better, because now we can at least see some of what it looked like, even if the rest of it was all wrong. So there is a problem with Distant Horizons for 121.7. And here I thought there was not any problem. I even gave a glowing report of it, saying it was doing really well, that there were no problems. Well, now there are problems. Well, there you go. For all the good that'll do ya. But what we need to do now is we need to see where everything else is. At least what we don't need now. Alright, I need to do this. I need to do this right now. This is kind of stupid, but I need to do this. Send it off, and I need to see if it actually arrives at its destination when I get back there, which I will do shortly. But first, do some more of this, because this is where we're going to have our main five, four, three, 2, 1, 0. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go out this way. Because we need to see how far out this goes. And we're going to have to crouch while doing this, because I don't want to accidentally fall out without noticing. I've had to resist the temptation of a bigger stacks mod. Even if it doesn't work yet for 121.7, I had to resist the temptation of installing it for 121.6 and 5, I think, as well. It really is helpful when we got it going, but when we have to remove it, it takes forever to go finding all the chests. And I wish Minecraft would just fix that. Please, just give us the option to have bigger stacks of a proper amount, where it's default for everything in the whole game, not just like one stack somewhere in a chest. All right, here we go. Up! Oh, it was you. I thought there was another beacon, another purple beacon. I'm like, no, not another one. All right, that's safe anyway. Go down there and it's safe. Yep, I'm getting lost here. What are we down to? 700? 798. Can't wait to try out those copper golems, but what would I do with the copper golems? We didn't need copper golems. We needed automatic sorters like pipes and stuff. You know, we need separate this from the that and move it to different chests in different places. It'd be nice if we had some kind of storage drawer or old style barrel. We could use those, you know. Just about everything we got from mods is how we wanted to play the game. And then they didn't give it to us in the game. They give it to us only in the mod. Well, the mods are nice, but I want to play this in vanilla. Why make us go through with this? I don't know. This is 0. No, I was wrong. No, I'm right. You make those golems move things around. Oh, they just move stuff in and out of chests. They have a copper chest that comes with them when you make one. There's a recipe to make copper chests, but the recipe that makes the golem makes the chest underneath the golem. But the real problem is what the hell do you do with them if they just move stuff from a copper chest to a regular one? How much space I got left? All right. Carry on is gone. Crawl is gone. Mod menu. Oh. I need ladders. First, alright, so that's where we're going to put the ladder. Or maybe we'll put the ladder on the outside. Yeah, we're running out of room. Well, we don't need to set up the ladder now, but just The idea is to have the ladders for every one of these go all the way down to the glass level and all the way to the top of each one of the pillars. So we'll work on that in the future. We don't need to do this. Wait, what was I doing? Oh, I was trying to go through to 0, 0, or from 0, 0. Right. So I guess the copper golems are 1.21.8, which means I'll have to download everything all over again for the mods. If they even deign to make them this time, they'll be like, no, if you're going to just keep having drops, it will never have 1.22, which is fine, of course, if you want to do it that way. But it's going to really upset people because they're waiting for the next big, exciting blah, 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 blah. But if every version is big and exciting, that'll just... Ah, here we go. Yeah, fall down that way. This looks relatively safe. It's not. I'm so disappointed at the LODs. Why couldn't Distant Horizons have known what was actually out there? Well, I tried to... It just means we're going to have to regenerate the LODs and do everything differently. Thought I saw something. Alright, so we are running out of space already. Yeah, why is this not 0? Why? How is this off-center on this side, but on that center it's not off-center? Or is it off-center? It is off-center. Well, why is it off-center? I'm not making any sense. Alright, we got room, we'll do one more. We gotta make that space count, and we gotta make this whole thing set up a certain way. Let's see, 15, 14... Zero. Haha. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I really missed the ore problem. Can't do anything about it. Do I have... No, I don't have it with me. I have to get it out. I mean, it is a mending pick, so... I don't have another song in mind. Whoa! I was not expecting that. Well, you got to know what the lay of the land is. That way the land lay. Now, I was thinking, since this is the 0G map, should I turn it into 0H because I've changed the end? And the answer is no, because it's just the end that has changed. I'm not adding anything to the overworld. I'm just changing what the end looks like. And I've got to rebuild everything that I've lost, and I've also got to terraform the end to be more like the Middle Earth end. And by the way, I don't like the title of that series, LOTR, but it has to be a simple thing. It has to be simple, you know. It's LOTR instead of... It's really the Middle Earth mod, not the Lord of the Rings mod. Oh no, we are not on 0E. We are on 0G. Even though this isn't actually zero gravity. Map mod. Oh yeah, what was I saying? So Middle Earth, the only way I could abbreviate it is to call it ME, and that just sounds very much of an ego problem. And every time I say egotistical, somebody's going to say, ego what? 14, 13, 12. Wait, we've already done this side. Full circle or full square or whatever. And so on the side I could put It's a me, a Mapio. Alright, so what do we need upstairs? We need the other stuff. Oh, I put that back because I had to test to see it went all the way. Let's go all the way. Nah, 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 nah. Better make a getaway. right on top of it. The sun always shines on minecart. Da 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 da. We got 2 chests. We need the diamond axe. I'm not thinking. One more cratfing. I need another cratfing table. And we don't need any stone bricks, so biddy. That's all the bricks, folks. And now the slow, fast climb. The fast, slow climb. Take a drink. Ah, it's been 2 hours. So it's what? 8? Oh, it's about 8 o'clock. All right, so what we need is 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't see it, unfortunately. It happens. And I didn't take anything else back down there. I guess we're going to leave that for something else. Now, on this side, we're going to do the same thing, but we don't have anywhere to do that right off the bat, so we'll handle that later. We'll start with this now, though, because we can cut one of these down. At least I don't have to go out there to get these guys. Yeah, I find myself wishing I could have just had... Wish I could have just gone out there and be able to generate all the chunks out there in the 117 snapshot. I think there is... I think there was Distant Horizons, but I couldn't get it to work. I didn't try to get it to work, I mean. Didn't try to see if it was there. Maybe it's there, maybe it's not there. I don't know, I don't care. I thought I could just generate the stuff in 1.21.7, and it didn't happen. I am an idiot. I'm an idiot. Doot. There. So, enough of that. Okay, now we get to do the thing. Rip. There we go. That is what we need dead. Don't like that, though. Let's do it this way, then. All right, here we go. beep, 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 beep. Ta-da! And let's just put some of these down here. I'll just do it right now. Do that other stuff some other time then. Alright, so we are getting there. Poorly, but we are. Ouch. The third hour, which will probably be the extent of the episode, is just going to be me mostly placing blocks. I doubt we're going to do much else. Blocks got to be placed. Dig out some extra areas. And yes, I'm not going to stop at just talking about that. We are going to talk about the new series I'm planning on. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I'm working on it. It's the new mod pack for 1.20. See, in the past, I've attempted mod packs for series that I thought should be the end of one particular thing or another. For example, I did I did a 7 mod pack because that's the last version before they messed around with the certain things. Certain things about fighting and a few other things. And so a lot of people said 1.7 was the last really good Minecraft. Well, that was back then, of course. But what we're facing off against now is a little more complicated than that. You know, I've tried to make a 1.12 mod pack and have not done a very good job of it because I've botched some of the maps I'd made. I have to start a new map or something. And I may yet do a 1.12. But when I found out that the last really good version of Forge, or rather the last version of Forge, because although there have been versions of Forge since then, they're not very good, is 1.20.1, and it just so happened that a number of mods, some of which I was paying attention to, are going to be, that are stuck on that right now. I thought I'd make a 1.20.1 mod pack. You've got the Infinite Dimensions mod, and you've got the TARDIS mod. And there's other mods, of course, but the point is I've been trying to get that thing to work with all the other mods that are available on 1.20.1, and there have been some problems, crashes, and I was blaming data packs, and I don't know if data packs are to blame. The whole thing is just confusing as all hell. My belief is that it'll get done. My belief is that I will put together some kind of mod pack that's got some of what I want, but it can't have everything that I want because those don't work like that. And we don't know. We don't know yet how it's going to be. Let me tell you how it will be. There's one for you, 19 for me. I really don't know what to say here. It's one of those things that just happens. And the worst thing about this is I knew I was going to have to do this with all, well, the proper terrain that you could see in the other direction. We knew we were going to have to do that because it's been ready for a little while and I've actually got time for it. But what I've been doing is playing on LOTR map, which is, as I said before, is really Middle Earth map. And I finished all the all the outer walls to the town. So I gotta do a video on that in a couple of days. And I will. The problem isn't that there isn't... I still need to get enough black dye so I can make that floor on the wizard thing, and then I need to work. It's probably going to be a digging episode where I'm going to dig out that humongous vertical shaft that the dwarves want to have. What are you doing? Get out of my way! They can push you around this way too. That's really horrible. What's this down to? 500. It's about 1/3, a little over 1/3 of its regular level. And I have to use it until it runs out, and then I don't have an XP farm. I have to make an XP farm, and I'm not ready for that yet. We're out. Gotta get more. What a day. Oh, wait. What was that about getting better saplings? What was that about getting better? Never mind. Never mind. Just... Oh, I gotta do it down here. Uh-oh. Well, wait a minute. Oh, it's crouch. Yeah, I forgot. You forgot it's crouch. Barty Crouch Jr. Is the sound okay for the game? Sounds a bit quiet. There we go. Oh, we need more of those too, but let's start it anyway. Won't be enough for one side. See? All right, more coming up. At least we know what we're doing. So we have to our list of things to do. We have to uncover all the all the obsidian pillars. We've got to clear up the bit in the middle so we can have the space set up. We've got to set up a wither fighter at that level down there, up there, just underneath the bedrock, because after all, bedrock is where it's at. And what else? What else was there? I don't know about you, but I love that. Okay, so now we need to get the chorus fruit back upstairs. We've got to get... Yeah, anything else that we need... Why do we have oak logs? I'm sure there's a reason for having oak logs, even if I don't know the reason really. All right, we need to. We gotta plant some. We gotta plant some crops, but we haven't set that up yet. And we gotta set other things up here. I don't remember what we got. More chests. We do need more chests. Oop. Never go that way and press it, because you're gonna drop it accidentally. You just know you're gonna drop it accidentally. Right, that should be everything. I know I'm forgetting something. More chests. Ah! Not remembering is like 99% of the problem here. Yes, we need another furnace. Let's just take both furnaces. No, let's leave one furnace here. They need a furnace there too. Okay. I forgot how to set up the wither killer spawner thinger. I should have looked at, but I've still got... The reason I didn't do that yet is because we got one for the in the Middle Earth server. I can look at that and take pictures of it, and that's what I will do. All right, so now we gotta... Well, we can't have it here, which is a problem. But what we could do... Ooh, I went down here for some reason. So the 1.20 map that's going to be worked on. One bunch of oak logs for some stupid reason. And oak planks for some stupid reason. Chests. Charcoal. Yep. Charcoal is the main reason for this stuff. More birch logs. There we go. Well, maybe we could just break these, you know, it's not as big of a deal. Ah! Haven't even done that yet. Haven't even set that up yet. We got a layer, the layer right down there. We haven't set it up yet. Ah. All right. Okay, so we got that on the left side. Oh. And we've used them all up. Pfft. Somehow we've used up all the crafting oh, never mind. Okay. There it goes. And we've got, let's see, so there's that. Then it comes to purple blocks, I think. No, it creates the other thing. So it goes down one there. All right, fine. No. Just put one there. All right. We got a... All right, here we go. This business of doing things, it'll kill us. One day it will kill us entirely, and then we will be dead. And then what will we do? What will we do when it is all over? I thought there was another one. Alright, well, we can just do more of this. Where was I? Was I working on here? The idea is to try to make something respectable. Something that is, you know, and everything else just looks random. It's not going to look like that. It's going to look like that. It looks weird. It looks unusual. I don't know what to make of it. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to show what's out there. You know, we're going to need to do a tour of the place. And I don't have that ready yet. Because what I need is... I'm going to make a bunch of bridges, but the bridges are not going to be made of endstone. They're going to be made of cobble or something that's more common than endstone for the moment. In the future, there will be a lot of endstone, obviously. But our first bridges will, of course, be regular bridges, and they will go across. And we're going to have to design the bridges to allow for minecart stuff. And that we are not ready for. This time it's going to be a problem because I'm not as thrilled about traveling into the void again. With my only mending pick. I don't have another one. So I'm using the end stone from the previous end. You know, this does not make sense at all. Why would it look like that? Go off into the distance. And there's no end cities. If they know there's no end cities, then why did... I'm not making any sense. This whole thing isn't making any sense. Yeah, I wish everybody a nice, safe, happy 4th of July. but it has to be said. When they did the Declaration of Independence, it wasn't a thing that where everybody got together and said, we will all sign it on July 4th. There was an act of ratification that required the signatures, and it was the ratification that was on July 4th. But a lot of the actions were on July 2nd. And there was at least one guy who said the 2nd of July is going to be great. There's going to be, well, he didn't say fireworks, but he was talking about illuminations and displays and so on and so forth. Decorations on every July 2nd to come. Something like that. Yeah, that was a mistake. Because it ended up being July 4th. But the thing was, July 4th was nice, but it's like, the signatures were a huge problem. Not everybody signed. There were people who signed months later. And after all that, it was just... America didn't begin with the Constitution. Our Constitution is, if I remember correctly, the third one. The first two were quick put-togethers. But the Declaration of Independence was important. But they had a president before George Washington. They had several presidents. They were elected on one-year terms. George Washington couldn't be president because he was busy being the guy in charge of the army. He was in charge of the army. What do you want? And because he was in charge of the army, so I don't think they had any confidence in him to be president, even if he had not been in charge of the army. But the whole first two constitutional conventions, they had to elect presidents. They had to be a guy in charge. They got a guy in charge. People like John Harrison. Was it John Harrison? I think that was his name. All right. Eat your damn food. See if I care. Last batch. Boop. Okay. Well, I just gotta make sure not to fall in. Alright, so we got that going. It's only 4 instead of 5. We've got those going. There's 5. We can move these out now, but we'll do that later once we've got a good supply of everything. And we've got somewhere to put everything. We've got enough room up here for everything. We've got room for tree farms and chorus plant farms. And he fell in that hole. Oh, no, there's no hole there. Bunch of things. Oh, nice. Now we got to work on the area. Like I was saying, what were we down to? We're down to 558. This is a calculated risk. Well, the question of whether I should set up another one of those up here is a nice idea. Will it work, or will it just vanish when it goes through? Because they fixed that. They fixed that for nether portals, but what about for those end gateways? Yeah. Yeah, I want to set it up. I want to get in the cart first and then set it up. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, this would be awesome. Oh, I stupidly forgot to put the X back in the... Well, we're not going to need the X right now. Trying to think here. Oh, we are running low on rails. We need 8. We need 8 regular rails, and we only have 6. And we might need more than 9 levers. I'm not sure about that. Well, we got 64. Let's take 64. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this. All right, what to do? What to do? I'm gonna have to go back to the overworld to get more rails. Another thing is I'm going to have to move the ladder, but I don't know where to move the ladder. Not yet. And we might have to move the move that in further to the center. So we would probably have a space off to the side where we can put the ladder. Yeah, we need... We're going to need like 2 stacks of regular rails. Oh, this is beautiful. It's stacking up to be very beautiful. All right. Yeah, this was where we had Pickaxe Pete last time, but now it's Packland. That's just gonna have to... This is it. And guess what? It still works. But we don't have a regular rail right now. Off we go into the wild, noisy yonder. How did anyone live before we had real duplicators, I ask you? And I should probably change the volume on the headphones. It doesn't seem to be changing the streaming audio. Take your time. We're going to need a lot more of those. I'm going to have to do those off camera. I don't have time. What else is there I gotta do? 2 more obsidian blocks. I got those. I got lots of obsidian blocks. Alright. Are you still here? You realize there's nothing to go for. Oh, the horse has arrived. Hi, horse. Literally a high horse. I've got space for horses downstairs, but I don't have space here. See, the reason why we have horses, let's turn on the lights, is if you look out there, lots of animals just floating around. It's been like that. Lots of animals just floating around. That's what they do. That's what they do. Well, don't you, Mr. Invisible Man, don't you worry about stats. Alright, maybe I should take more rails. I mean, we got lots more rails here. We got defective rails. Yeah, that should be enough rails. We don't want to go overboard here. Alright, you guys. How come you don't make the llamas in video? Yeah. Doing. Okay, I don't know. Here we go. 2 more of those. The cart's missing? Did I not take the cart back here? Oh no, I took it back over there because there's the exit is over there. I haven't yet set up the pathway to go back up to the surface. That's why this is flat down here. Bam, bam, ba-da-da. Here we go. Alright, so this is 0, which means that this... I forgot the buttons. Yeah, that's right. Alright, forgot the buttons. Yo, 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 where are the buttons at? Birch, please. Wait, did I do that one or that one? Oh, I didn't do that one. no idea if this is gonna work. I'm scared. I'm scared that I'm gonna lose all my stuff. Right. We never get anywhere by not testing things out. But if I lose my pick, I'm in serious trouble. So I'm going to drop the pick off in there. It's down to 507. Yeah, and I got all this rails, so we got to... That's all the good stuff. Alright, here we go. Either I die or I live. Okay. It's like it's teleporting me towards it, but I'm not getting there. This isn't going to help. It's not going to tell me anything. I can't move. I can look up or down. Can't look left or right. I'm stuck facing the way I am. My arm just went missing. It's down there, but it's not... Or is that my leg? No, they don't show your leg. Alright, F5. Oh! Oh, wow, this is awesome! It's like it's teleporting me. I'm getting more frames per second, I think, than I'm broadcasting. Alright, let's try F5 again. Alright, that's no good then. Oh, so that's not a problem. That's not a problem. Oh, wow, this is... I've never seen anything like this in my whole life. This is so interesting. No, I've seen better and less volatile things to look at. All right. Oh, it's gonna crash though. It's gonna crash when it's gonna crash when I try to rejoin anyway because of the fancy Discord. So you'll have to pardon me. Well, we'll be right back in just a few minutes. Oh boy, let's see if we can figure this out then. What an experience that was. Have another drink while I'm waiting for the damn thing to load again. I may have just bricked my game. I don't know. Here we go. I made it on this side. I didn't make it down there. It does bring up the question of whether I can actually go here and My object is to go there if I can. Alright, so I need to go... I need to go back to the overworld. Get as much... How do I get back in there? It's on this side. I gotta have a way to get up there at all times or I'm screwed. Okay, so that's out. Don't do that. It wouldn't let me go through. Well, we only find out these things by doing. Unless somebody else tells us and we can just look at it. Don't have to do it ourselves. That's good. Okay, so this is where it's going to come out, I think. All right. Maybe we'll do something like that in the future. I don't know. Bring me my stuff back, man. Where's all my stuff? We don't need the birch saplings here. We don't need the end stone here. But if we do any powered rails, this will be where we'll Right. We might be going over 3 hours a bit. I want to build at least one bridge if I can. I mean, I know I can. I mean, if I can in the time allotted. Oh, and there's a Silk Touch mod. Do I have it? Silkier Touch. Extends Silk Touch functionality, including dragon eggs. What do you think? Should we give it a go? Is that it? Are we done with this area? I think we are done with this area. All the Endermen looking at me funny like, what are you doing to this place? And there's one mod that changes what the end looks like. I forgot which one it was called. But the Endermen have been changed. Their graphics are different. And they're much more interesting. Not great, just interesting. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here we go with that again. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Is it 15 or 16? Did I screw up? Oh, I screwed up. That's it. That's it here. Every end stone is precious. You guys would know that. I know that too. I agree with you. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Where am I? Where am I? How do I get out of here? Let's just set it up. There's no point. Alright, there we go. I can see where I am now. I gotta go this way. Or I could, you know, like just look for the big giant patch over there. Alright, what am we forgetting here? Okay, so we need to go to the overworld and get lots more stone. Yeah. That was a real clunk that went on there. What happened? What was the clunk I heard? Hey, come back! I hate these elevators. They're not very accurate. All right, grumble, 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 grumble. That should be enough. Got anything in there? No? Doing. Why? Why exactly here? Why can't we change it? Why is there no way to change it? There's no world spawn, set something else spawn. There's no way to do this. We simply can't. I'm ranting. I'm sorry. And of course we're not going to make cobblestone bridges, are we? Of course not. We've got charcoal. This is where we need more furnaces. Now, where did we put all the other furnaces? We've only got one other furnace. Well, we need 2. Or maybe 3. Why 49? Why 49 indeed? You know what? It's going to have to be. It's going to have to just be regular. We're not going to waste time on that. And we got to do it right here at this level. We can't go down a level or anything like that. Well, we're going to have to go. We're going to have to go down there though. But we haven't Okay, here's what we need to do. First, before I make a bridge, I'm not going to make the bridge in this episode. Here's what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do. And a lot of it's going to be off camera. We go here. 506, yeah, I know. And I got to break everything in the middle. And then we got to decide where the new ladder has to go. Then once we've worked out the exact length of everything, then we got to have portals set up. 2 on this side, no, 3 on this side and some on that side. And after that, we'll have rooms, which are where we're going to have the crop area. Because we got enough space over here, we got enough space over on the other ones. One will be a crop area, one will be a tree farm. How are we going to do a tree farm with no way to raise the ceiling area? I don't know. We might do that as a separate episode. We'll have to have slabs on everything, I guess. I don't know. And once we've done all that, then we can start making the pathway out to further to that end city stuff and see what they got out there. And I don't know what they got out there. I haven't checked it yet. I only know that it's going to be different. And then we got to start making a map of where everything is. And we got to make portals. Downstairs we got to make a railway somehow, and I don't know what we're going to make for that railway. We can't have the railway out from here because the railway has to be down there going to an area where we'll have another one of those ender farms, because those are good. Meanwhile, over there, it's all complicated. It'll all be done. But it's not ready to be done, is what I'm saying. Okay. Take that out, put that in there. That's full. What? What is with you guys? We're working on this, okay? I'm gonna take that back upstairs. I left the cart. You gotta set up the portals like we have in the Middle Earth mod. We'll do that later. We're not ready for this yet. We haven't set this up yet. This is still to be messed around with. We gotta fill this up. And we gotta watch the level. When it goes down into the red, then we have to say, uh-oh. Oh, this would have been so easy if we had something like Digus Maximus. Why doesn't that come out? The guy has to live his life. Well, why? I hate that. I just hate that somebody just leaves a mod behind and you just have to do without the mod. I hate that. It's not very nice of them, is it? It should be appoint a successor. And so when you're not going to update your mod anymore, you tell the successor, okay, here you go, you can inherit it now, or something. How many people who were mod making died of COVID? There must have been some, right? Somebody must have had COVID and died and left their mod lying around. There don't seem to be any real big important mods. But we don't know. We really don't know yet. Alright, here goes. Down to 443. Makes me think that we might not get done. The real problem is making that bridge. I don't want to make a bridge, but I gotta make a bridge or I'm not gonna get there. I've made so many bridges. That's why I want to finish this. Alright, well, we're getting there. Down to 409. We have a 409 in progress. My pick's gonna run out before I've dug everything, I think. You know what that means? It means I have to start making stone picks. About the only thing I could do is somebody has a mending. Somebody sells. There's a trader that sells a mending book, and that's the only thing that keeps me going. Is having the damned mending books. I just need to get a bunch of them. $375. There's no way that this is gonna fill up. No way. Oh, and we can't just set up a thing over here, because if we set one up over here, it's going to go right into the edges of that upstairs area. You know, usually I get more people commenting on these videos. I apologize to those people who might be bored with what I'm doing. Alright, we're down to 348. Yeah, this is going a little poorly, I think. Well, most of our comments is... Oh, well, it was here. It was there until I had to switch off. That's how it goes. Well, we're almost done. Once the pick runs too low for me to continue using it, that's when we have a problem, because then, from then, That way we could just have one area here for the whole thing. And then we could cut that out, but we have to build the new one of those, so we'll do that next. Down to 309. We are in serious trouble here. Uh-oh. Da 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 da. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. Need more ladders, need more room for everything. Oh, it's 192. 194, something like that, minus 49. Oh, we need like 150 ladders, more than we got here. Hold on. We gotta make more. Didn't I have sticks somewhere? No, they're all upstairs, I guess. Right, well. Bloop. I'm telling you, this is taking longer than it ought to, but it's gotta take place for a long time. And all right, so we got no. We could even do this actually. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. But I don't have the lever ready. Still jump up here, right? Hooray. Really need a drink. So we gotta figure out where we're gonna put the replacement one of these. In fact, I'd like to have one elevator in every corner. I mean, ladders in every corner, but we can't do that there and there. But what we could do is we could have like one over here, one over here, 2 sets of ladders, because it would be interesting that way. Not great, just interesting. But there's clearly a problem here regarding everything else. Well, I hope nobody was expecting me to have great, fantastic structures built on the first day of the new end, which is actually the old end. What was the level again? It was 194. I gotta remember that. Well, I don't have to remember that. That's the whole point. Okay, so what we need is we need more ladders, and we need them now. Right. So we have one on either side of those. That makes a kind of sense. It'll go faster if I do it this way, so I hope you don't mind. This takes a while. Are we gonna get enough here? I have no idea how far up we are. One of the perks of having no way of knowing, because you have coordinates turned off, we should be near the end, though. There's no way to tell. I am convinced we are near the end. Found it. All right, now the thing we have to do. Can't do this on a server. Oh, we ran out of room. How do you run out of room for... Oh, it's because of the... Well, damn it. I swear. It's only like 3 stacks at most. I could go all the way over here just to drop stuff off. Actually, I need to remove powered rails. And the cart. Ow! It wasn't powered. Of course it wasn't powered. I think that's enough. What are we down to anyway? 263. We don't have a chance to build the second ladder yet. We got enough for the second ladder. Oh, all right. Do your damned eating. Maybe if I had made an iron farm, I could have had iron picks for days or something. I think maybe I could use an iron pick in the end without problems. For some reason, I got that song in my head. Now, it might be that we might need to put a trapdoor here because Endermen might fall in or something, and then they might have problems. I don't know how Endermen behave regarding ladders, but it's possible they could fall into a ladder and that would be fine for them. The problem is that if we put birch... Oh, and that reminds me, we need to make more of those. Because we're going to eventually need to make more of those. The problem is a birch trapdoor is going to look weird. Also, we want to have a quick way of getting up here. Don't know if that would really work. It's harder to see it. But, who cares? In fact, for that matter, 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got enough. Let's dig straight down. Dangerous? Oh, yes, it is. I may miss my stop if I'm not looking carefully. Of course, now we got the problem of I'm going to have 2 ladders on this side, then we got to have 6 more ladders on 3 more sides. The problem is what happens when we get 6 ladders and what happens when we get these 2 ladders and I have to choose which one to go on. Left, right? I don't know. And not being able to decide will make me look like Chiaotzu when he was trying to figure out which was left or see, almost went through it. Alright. Ta-da! Except we still don't have that finished yet. And we don't have the... Never mind. Ladders are the watchword of this. This is going to be a lot of ladders until we can get a decent staircase. So where are we going to put the staircase? I haven't told anyone yet. I don't know where we're going to put the staircase. We'll have a staircase. But it'll be a really weird one on the outside edge. It'll be inside the outer wall. But that's about all I really know about this sort of thing. We're out. Can't buy me love. All right, we have triumphed. All right, so that's there. That's out there. More work on this. Oop, no, we did that. What's this down to? 223. This is important. Importante. Or we did one there. We did one there. Do one over here. The stone would go a lot farther if we had nothing but end stone brick slabs for everything. But I don't want it to be like that. Alright, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. Okay. The act of cannibalizing all the different levels is going to require that I know how tall each level is going to be. Most levels will be 2 height, but there have to be taller ones in some places. And so what we need to do, we have to work out all those kind of details, and we can't work out those details right now. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right. We're done. It's kind of bass-backwards to do the cover first. The top cover of this whole thing. Fucking hate these guys. You! Move! Yes, you! Move! Thank you! You know, it's quite possible that I won't be able to do some of this. I really flip out sometimes about this sort of thing. And one last batch. But basically I want to get as much done as I can while I've still got the pick working. And then I have to work out what we're going to do with the other picks. Because I have other picks. I could use those. But I may have to just create some stone picks at some point. Oops. So, there we go. That's it for this. Still got plenty of those left. Okay, so now this should... Still gotta travel a long distance. Z. There we go. I'm afraid to go there. It should be all right. Yes. Okay, was there anything here I needed? No. The levers. Alright, what we need is we need to take that middle bit, look at it now. Okay, so it looks like that now. We've got the 3 sections. The third section is being worked on. So we got 1, 2, maybe a third one. I don't know. Then anything else has to be dug out or removed in some way. And then on the far ends, we need to build the towers. And I don't know what the towers are going to be like because I haven't decided yet. But they will be towers. Okay, 1, 2... Oh, I already said this. Right, that just leaves the 223 I have left. To clear all this frickin' mess out. And of course, if it doesn't get cleared out, then I'll just have to give up for this episode. It's gone on. It's 3.5 hours. It's 3.5 hours. It's about time I finished this thing already for the episode. we also need to set up this way. Go through there, and we need to make railways that go out this way as well, and that way, and all that. But we haven't. We don't need the railing. This is just the level for the rails. It's not the actual. What are we down to? 205. Yeah, we are hurting. So yeah, I need to test the mod that adds higher enchantments that go up to 256, because I would really love to have Unbreaking 255 or whatever the maximum is. And then when we're done with that, but I have to test it to see if those things still work. Yeah, so we could have additional rails going that way, and so on, and so on, and so on. Not done yet. Because there's no point in doing it yet. Obviously. $181. It's getting into the red. Maybe I can take my pick back to a previous save somehow and and use the old what the hell was oh, you. Down to 164. I'm probably just going to use one of the old diamond pickaxes. Mending has been my friend, but just the same. $128. Ain't no way we got enough for the whole area. Ain't no way. Also, the question of whether we could use sandstone for some things. I've been thinking of trying to make endstone and sandstone together a reality with, changing some of these things. But these are very sturdy blocks, and sandstone is not very sturdy blocks. 113. Not very sturdy blocks at all, and it's very, very disappointing. Okay, so 113 minus what? $102. So that's about 12 each one. The zeros. Huh? So it's actually here. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. 97. This is not a good result. This is a bad result. The suspense is not killing me because I know it's going to fail. $81. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. If it happened, I'll be astonished. Also, I don't have enough room. I think we really should... well, let's set it up. I gotta put a railing out here. I just have to. Well, bye-bye pick. I'm gonna leave the Silk Touch one. You don't mess with Silk Touch. You never know when you need it for something else, I mean. Now we got other picks here. Let's see what we got. This was going to be worked on. Now we can't work on it. All right, here we go. Left Alt View Contents. Yeah, but which ones are these books? Yeah, I can't tell which ones are which. Some of them are really inferior and are going to just be used up, and I have them as like potential alternates in the future. But do you see do you see an enchanting area yet? There isn't one. So it's probably time to start with the cobblestone stuff. Much though I don't want it to be at that sort of circumstance thingy. Get some of these back in here. Never know when you'll need them. Alright, here we go. It's time to start wasting the stuff that we said we would not use. Whammo. It happens. Well, just gotta go, I guess. That's great, but then I gotta walk all the way over here. Well, maybe in the future we can set up the letters somewhere else, so it's not so far from here. Maybe it's facing inwards or something. I don't want to do anything with the center until I've worked out exactly the details about the Wither Killer thing, which, as you know, is up here. We'll eventually build it out here, and you'll walk in, and then... Excuse me. Some people... Yeah, well... As I said at the beginning of the video, everybody smile. This is a wonderful day we're having today. And it's going to be much better. Happy 4th of July, everybody. I'm sorry we don't have any fireworks. I don't have any fireworks. I don't make fireworks. How about this? Is this good? Everything is extra bright for some reason. What do you think? Anyway, I want to say thank you to everybody for watching this video. And with this, the moon is made of green radioactive cheese, apparently. I mean, this is very hard to play in, I can tell you. Anyway, that's not important. The point is, everybody have fun today. Everybody Wang Chung today. That's an old joke. I haven't heard of what happened to him. Is he still around? Anyway, bye-bye. I've got a pick to bone with me, or something like that.